returned once again to actually a stream of a show premiering in the summer season of anime. We're good to go, we're good to go, we're good to go. So yes, actually have Return actually cover The Ones Within, which happens to be a new Silverlink show, which looks to be kind of okay. I mean, the premise kind of seems a little bit like, I don't know. It reminds me of a lot of other things. If you get what I mean. It's one of those kind of premises that you're like, haven't I seen this before? You kind of like, where have I seen this before? It's one of those things. You constantly always question where you've seen it. And yeah, I mean, it might not be a problem. It might kind of actually carve out its own niche, which I actually kind of hope it does. It looks to be mildly interesting, to be honest. It doesn't seem to be like kind of an absolute shit show, but as if you get what I mean. But at the same time, Silverlink kind of have that aurora about them that they kind of make hit and miss shows all the time. That some of them do land, others don't really land at all. So I actually kind of hope this one is kind of one of those ones that lands a little bit and actually makes you go, yeah, that was pretty okay, and not kind of question why the hell you watched in the first place, which does seem free happen sometimes with this kind of genre. So anyway, let's put on to actually go live. So, go live for episode 1 of The Ones Within. Because I just don't remember, because it reminds me a lot of King's Game, which was like, what, 4 seasons ago at this point, maybe a year ago? I can't remember. So long ago at this point. And yeah, I mean, that was not a good show. Like, not at all. Not a good show. So it's one of those things that I just kind of hope it doesn't fall into that kind of category. Because a lot of the time, the drama in these kind of shows do feel forced. They have to happen, and it kind of doesn't really feel genuine at all. And it kind of feels like, why is this here? Why are you doing this? And then all the characters make really irrational decisions as well, which makes sense because you're in that kind of situation. Of course, you make irrational decisions, but still, it's one of those things that it just kind of makes you go, why? But I have hope for this show. There's slightest bit of hope for this show. So, anyways, actually, a show on the road. So, in 3, 2, 1, let's start this thing absolutely now. Because if I remember correctly, at first I thought this was an actual kind of isekai show, but I don't think it is. I can't remember if it was this show or another one. I kind of thought, is it an isekai as well, or not? But I don't think it actually is an isekai. I mean, at least it's got some sense of direction to it as well. At least it's a little bit kind of experimentative, in a weird way. Huh. It's a giant panda. Wouldn't you know? This means it's full kind of fast. See, I don't know. Is this too fast or kind of just it's its normal thing? I'm not too sure. I guess that solved that. That solved that. Is that? Is that? Is that? Am I losing my mind here, or is that Suda? That is him. That's him. I find it really kind of unnerving when he randomly goes into ASMR. I mean, he has natural voice and just like transitions straight to ASMR. Like I'm like, fuck, man. It gets me every time. Yeah, okay, so hello, how's it going? So yeah, I mean, interesting. I would say the first 5 minutes weren't the greatest because it kind of, I get the whole entire idea, like kind of being thrust into the whole entire world that the characters are, but it kind of felt weird. You get what I mean? Like unnatural, kind of like thrust into this whole entire world. I was kind of confused. If you get what I mean? I don't know what it was, but it just kind of felt like it felt an unnatural, like kind of like transition. It's probably nothing to do with the anime itself. It just kind of felt a bit unnatural. That's what I say. That's what I'm saying. Is this fast or is this a natural pacing? That's why I was kind of. That's why it's kind of like I wonder what's going on here because it kind of hello. But again, it might in theory just be the natural progression of the show. It just kind of felt a little bit unnatural. At least they actually addressed the whole entire idea. Like the fact is, he's actually really overly happy because he was way too like kind of nonchalant about everything going on. That was so dramatic. This show is really freaking weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like, unnatural weird. This feels like a really weird Spike Chunsoft game, if you get what I mean. Like a really weird Spike Chunsoft game. Man, that's messed up. It's messed up, man. I love Suda's like progression of career, like the last 2 years. He went from Catman, Giraffe Man to Llama Man in the space of 1 year. Was impressive progression of a career. I mean, I guess at least the characters actually have like little, like kind of you learn little bits of information about them from their body language as well. At least, they're not all just kind of archetypes. I can't believe this is actually a good looking Silver Link show that actually has a really nice sense of direction to it, which is surprising. It's been so long. It's been so long. Uh-oh. This show is so weird. It's so unnatural. I don't understand what it is. It just, I don't know what it is. It's like it's really kind of like unnervingly unnatural. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's oddly turned weird, like instantly. It's like, by the way, you're in the game that you have to like do all these things. By the way, he's a spirit. This show is so goddamn weird. I don't think I've actually been this legitimately confused in a different kind of way in my life, or in a very long time. Okay, so, right. uh, I don't know what to say, actually, to be honest. I'm not confused in the sense that the anime didn't really explain anything in that kind of regard. I'm more confused by the fact of how, as I was saying during the stream itself, I said it quite a few times, how unnatural everything was. Because it's not as if it's unnatural in a kind of, it's like trying to be artistic or anything like that, because you do get unnatural kind of feeling like movies and TV shows and stuff like that. It happens all the time. Quite a few of them. You ever watched a remake of Suspiria? Suspiria's remake has the exact same kind of thing. Like the opening sequence is completely unnatural, but it's unnatural on purpose. But here, it just kind of felt really weird. Like it was just trying to do something, and I was trying to sit here and go, what are you trying to do here? Because there was scenes where it just used different kind of techniques, actually use editing, and I was kind of like, yeah, this is actually kind of cool, but what does this serve towards that, everything that's going on here? And it just kind of, it felt weird. It's the major thing. It kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. The process itself is completely fine, I must say. Disregarding the kind of editing and the camera work and stuff like that, the premise itself is fine. It's just kind of a normal kind of, like, I guess, game show kind of premise. But everything else kind of adding into it, it's just kind of, oh, it's weird. It's weird. It's just like, you have tonal shifts as well constantly going on, which kind of doing for, I guess, work, because I'm guessing, going for the whole entire idea of the guy being not as kind of scary as he is, but kind of being scary at the same time, and actually then kind of making the whole entire thing feel even more unnatural. It's so weird. I haven't felt this in quite a while, so I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I guess the other major show that kind of did it to me beforehand was Rascal, the show from 2 seasons ago. That had like an unnatural sense of dialogue to it. This has an unnatural sense of pacing, editing, camera work, and characters sometimes as well. And I mean, yeah, some of it just kind of felt a bit cliche, don't get me wrong, but I guess it's done on purpose. Like a lot of the characters doing 3-foot and archetype on purpose because they're meant to, because of the way the actual game show might really play out. I'm not too sure, but it's kind of it's just so weird, but kind of interesting. That's the big takeaway of the whole entire show. Is the fact is it's so goddamn weird that I can't say I didn't like it, because it was kind of good. I mean, I'm impressed that we actually have a Silver show that isn't kind of like, doesn't look like absolute arse at this point, because most Silver shows don't tend to look that great. Like post kind of some of their shows that they've done like a long while ago. They're just doing really nice looking shows, but they kind of stopped. But at least this one's kind of a nice looking show paired with a sense of different direction, which kind of doesn't really feel right. But I guess it might be good trying to go for that whole entire idea, because it's unnatural. It's unnatural in the sense of also the world they're in currently. And then yeah, it's just the first 5 minutes of it as well. It just felt way too fast. It's doing that the whole entire time. It was just kind of going past it really quick. I was kind of like, what are you trying to do here, guys? I just don't know what's going on here. And at the end, with the whole thing with the spirit as well, it just kind of felt out of left field. I'm just like, what the hell is happening? Why is this here? Does it have to be here? Is it doing anything? I'm not too sure. It's just so weird. It's so weird. I don't know how to explain it. I don't think I'll ever be able to explain it. I have to watch on and see what happens next. I just don't know. If like a Spike Chunsoft game, if you get what I mean, like kind of one of those esoteric Spike Chunsoft games, I guess. Who else does these kind of games? I don't know who else actually does these, but you know what I mean. That kind of like really weird game show kind of death game kind of thing going on. It's that kind of feel towards it. I just don't know how to explain it. It felt weird. I felt like I should be playing this on my Switch instead of actually watching it. That's what it kind of felt like as well. I felt like it should be in a game more than anime, but that's just me at least. So yeah, I mean, let's wait and see what happens next. So yeah, with all that said, indeed been the driver. If you actually have enjoyed this whole entire haul on Twitch, then do leave a follow on Twitch, because indeed it's been quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it's been quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you want to see a bit longer, then do indeed leave a sub, because indeed there's going to be quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you want to see a bit longer of the whole entire point, then do in free follow me on Twitter or join my Discord as well. Both full Terry streams or live streams I do as well. But until next time with episode 2 of The Ones Within, I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.